brief little story about that right there. Initially, they were supposed to, they had both picked out Bob Dylan's The Times Are Changing to play over the loudspeakers, and we practiced it yesterday that way. And 15 minutes ago, I don't think we're going to do that. Sean, can you learn the song? So he's up there listening to the song. He got the chords down and he kind of strummed through it. So that was just, that's winging it right there. And that's where I'm saying this might be a little bit of a different service, but I think you did a good job, and that was a nice touch. So things did change. Things absolutely changed from the beginning to the end of this process, and that was the latest one. And I'm pretty sure there won't be any more changes from now on, because I'm running this show from now on. Friends and family, we've come together today in the presence of God at this beautiful location with the sole purpose of witnessing a marriage between two people very special to all of us. With the exchange of vows in their honor, we will all have the opportunity to be touched by the love that these two clearly feel for each other. A love that will be tested often as Ian and Cassie embark into a life filled with excitement, compassion, adventure, peace, and love. The institution of marriage is a lifelong commitment, and it is also an opportunity to share. For even the smallest endeavor, when tackled together, can have a significant meaning, while in comparison, a larger endeavor, handled alone, can be a serious burden. In light of that, it is my sincere wish that Ian and Cassie find unity and harmony as they enter into this vast world as a couple, with individual ideas bonded by their love. At this time, I'd like to read the vows that both Ian and Cassie wrote. Again, we're talking about changes. Just a quick story about the vows. We didn't even talk about this until earlier this week. So for those of you that are worried that they spent months on this, they didn't. It was done this last week. I said, you guys got to have something for me to say. I'm more than willing to talk, but people don't want to hear what I have to say. They want to know what you guys have to say. So finally got them to write them. Everything was great. We're at the supermarket yesterday. I'm picking out some Umpqua ice cream out of the freezer. I get a phone call from Cassie. Dad, I don't want you to read my vows. I said, I haven't even read them yet, but why? She starts to tell me, I just don't want you to read them. I said, well, I'm going to read them first. And I said, we're going to talk about this after I get back. I said, just what I needed. Just, you know, I need more filler here. I got to be able to have something to do and give these people something to hear. And I really wanted to read them first. And I'm not an extremely emotional person. Matter of fact, I'm kind of a hard head. I think most of the people that know me, they figure that out after a while. And I'm not extremely emotional, but I read the vows that she wrote. And I told her, I said, hon, these are really good. And I actually felt a little bit of tearing up in my eyes, which takes a lot for me. But I did, because I thought, these are perfect. I said, I want you to let me read them. And she agreed. So I'm going to read her vows that she wrote, exactly the way she did. I feel like such a cliche sitting up in the middle of the night one day before my wedding, trying to find the perfect words to describe how I feel. After several failed attempts at finding those perfect words, I realized there aren't any. Ian is one of the kindest people I know. He keeps me grounded and treats me better than I ever thought I deserved. I don't think there is anyone who knows Ian that could say he isn't a wonderful person. He makes me happy and keeps me smiling when I'm down. And I knew from the moment he first kissed me by his barn that I would marry him. It was more than nerves or excitement. I felt safe and like I belonged with him. I only hope a fraction of the joy he brings me. I only hope for the rest of our lives I can give Ian at least a fraction of the joy he brings me. Thank you for accepting me, and thank you to everyone else for listening to all my cheesy words. That's Cassie's sense of humor right there. I didn't ad-lib that. She said cheesy words, and I told her I'd read it. They're not cheesy, and I think you did a really good job, and that's exactly how you feel. And the one thing that I will say about that is that Cassie is also a hard head. She definitely got that from me, and she doesn't show a lot of emotion that way, and compassion sometimes. And when I was reading this, I could tell she really meant what she was saying. And so I felt like they were really good words, and you have nothing to be ashamed of, and I'm glad you let me read them. You okay?